loves, Kim here, and I'm back with another video. So today I am building a small little church here in the base game world of Willow Creek, and this church just makes my heart so happy because it's very simplistic. Like, I strip back a lot of the extra bells and whistles that I usually do when I create my lots and just focus on the actual essence and the spirit and the feeling that your Sims are to get whenever they step into this place. I really enjoy how everything came out, and I hope you all will too. So I am calling this Creekside Worship Chapel because one is in Willow Creek and it's next to the little creek here off to the right. And I wanted to kind of generalize the purpose of this build. Of course, this is a church. However, I didn't want it to limit it to those of the Christian faith. And I don't know, I understand even more clearly now why the Sims strategically left out religions, because religion is such a personal thing, and since this game is so global, there's no way that the Sims could be able to accurately or, affectionately or even just physically include every single religion into the game. So it was just best for them to make it completely fair and not engage it at all. And that kind of leaves us room to do whatever we want to, like have our Sims believe whatever they want to and not be restricted to what the creators believe or what they feel like Sims should believe. So like I said, now more than ever before, I really understand why I was left out, and it just gives us creators an opportunity to come up with our own storylines. And I just wanted to share this building with you all. In no way or fashion am I trying to influence anyone's faith. This is just a generic lot that you can place if you so choose to and use it for whatever you see fit. So yeah, I really love it. This church is small, but I feel like smaller churches or just smaller things in general, like smaller groups of people, smaller organizations, from the outside it might not seem like it's doing much, but these smaller groups tend to have a strong sense of community and togetherness and really doing everything in their power to make things work. And I can really appreciate that from a smaller build and a smaller niche group of people. And I feel like it's so cute. Like I said, I really wanted to strip back all of the extra bells and whistles and let the essence of this lot speak for itself. And with doing that, I opted to use base game like heavily through this build. I mean, and of course there's things from other packs, like the flooring itself came with Spooky Day, but there's something very similar in base game, and I would have used a base game hard for, but I just like the level of wear and tear that the one from Spooky Day had. But anyway, I decided to put this build on a foundation because I really wanted there to be a pulpit in the back, and I like how it just kind of dips down into different levels. So if the seats were all filled, everyone would be able to see and hear the speech and not be uncomfortable or have an obstructive view of the service or whatever is going on up there. I feel like this build can be used for a lot of things besides, worship service. I mean, this could be a great space to hold like a community gathering, whether it's like a community meeting, like a neighborhood watch or like a town hall type situation. I also feel like this could be great for like a funeral, if you decide to get like the funeral mod, just to help your Sims grieve and get past whatever grievances or sad feelings that they had for friends and families that have passed on and transitioned into the next life state. And just I don't know, I feel like there's not much to say, not in a bad way, but that I just feel like this building really speaks for itself. I decided to go with blue because I felt like blue was such a calming color. And I see red a lot in churches, and since I didn't want to make this specific to a certain religion or faith or anything like that, I decided to use blue. I do see blue in churches as well, but I felt like red was a bit more prominent and I wanted to be a bit more inclusive. And yeah, I use items primarily from Base Game, like I said before, but I do use things from other packs like Get Together. For instance, the big clock that's on the front is from Get Together, and just some of the items are from there as well. The doors and the windows are actually from Base Game, and I really am glad that I did that, because just looking around at the other lots, they have very similar styles. So I wanted to keep this build kind of cohesive with the neighborhood around it, just to make it seem like this place actually belonged there. Some other things from Base Game that I used are the ceiling fans, which I felt like they were perfect, because in smaller buildings and older style buildings, there's typically not like central heating and cooling. Even though I do put the thermostat in, I just really love the way the fans look when they move around, and it's so pretty cool. It's really cool. Here I am just deciding what all I'm going to put towards the back. Like I said, on the elevated space in the back, there's a pulpit, so the pastor or the reverend or just the speaker is able to stand up there and everyone can see them clearly, as well as there's a space for like a choir or like other speakers, or just people for of space for other people to be. Woo! I tongue-tied myself, but I'm back. Here I am just adding in some more decor pieces like pictures and things like that. I wanted to make them as general as possible, just nice little scenic photos. And I'm putting in the bathrooms. There are two modest bathrooms around the front, one for males and one for females, just so if your Sims have to take care of some business, they can do that in peace. I really just love how quaint this build is, and I love just all of the kind of older like features that I put in, like those windows on the side of the bathrooms that also came with Get Together, the older looking sink that came with Parenthood, and just kind of like the more worn flooring and wall coverings and things like that. I wanted this church to feel old. You know, not old like decrepit, but like old, like there's some real history here. Like generations of families have grown up here and, you know, fellowship here, and just this is kind of like a cornerstone of this community. That's what I really wanted to convey, and I hope I did a good job with that. Here I am just building in this little utility space with the stackable washer dryer that came with laundry day, and just some cleaning supplies in there as well. And what am I doing now? Looks like I'm just adding some roofing, and like I said, I don't do anything like super crazy and out there with the architecture, but I really am proud of myself with how this roofing came out. Like I've said in several videos, I'm not the best when it comes to traditional roofing, so lately I've been kind of challenging myself to do more of that so I can get better, and I really love how the roof line on this build came out. Now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to work in the piano. It's very customary for pianos or other musical instruments to be available in the church or any other place of worship, so I wanted to get that there. And yeah, I'm just adding in some bits and bobs there. Like I said, the Sims avoid religion completely, so it's kind of hard to pick out items to say this is what I will put in a religious place, because there are no items specified for that. And I just use a lot of candles and a lot of ornate looking things, a lot of greenery, just to make the place feel fresh and feel just full of life. I don't know, I think that's what I was going for. And I'm adding in these, I think they're called buttresses. I don't know if that is the right term, but the little things that are underneath the roof in the front. And I'm adding in this kind of Tudor style wall covering on one of the roofs. I just feel like that gave it just a little bit of texture and a little bit of sense that this was an older building. Now I'm just adding in some more foliage, and I'm putting in this drink tray that came with the backyard stuff pack, because I do know a lot of times speakers, they just need a little water to wet their whistle when they've been talking for a while. And I do end up switching these curtains from cats and dogs with the ones that came with base game. Now I'm just adding in different wall coverings on the inside, still base game, but just to kind of break up all of that wood. I do keep it on the front side, I guess you can call it the front side, when you first come through the double doors into the sanctuary. I do keep the timber there, but for the most part I changed the rest of it to white just to brighten up the room. And yeah, I believe, like I said, these curtains came with base game, and I actually really like how they look. It's crazy because I don't typically use a lot of base game items in my build, so it's nice to see what the game is all about. And here it is, just switching back from winter to summer. When I went to play test it, it took on the season that I was playing in, so everything switched over to winter. But I did a little change it back to summer just so we can really go in with the landscaping. Here I am deciding that I wanted to put in a little Sunday school out the back. And you know, if you don't want to make this into a Sunday school, this can easily be converted into an office or like a meeting room or just something like that. But I wanted a Sunday school because I feel like child sims usually get left out in the thought process of building, unless you're specifically creating a child-friendly lot. And let me know if you agree on that. Like, even look, first let me make sure that even made sense. So I feel like, and I know I do this all the time, I don't even think about the kids. Like, it's so weird. I don't typically play with families, so I might play with couples or young adult sims, and like I usually have the aging turn off, so I usually don't even have kids in my household. So I tend to forget about them when I'm building community lots. And I feel like with this one, I really wanted to make a space that was child specific, so they can just really engage and not be super duper bored here. So yeah, I just feel like a lot of times us as creators, we don't think about the kids unless we're making a kid specific lot, such as like a school or a daycare or a playground, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to make sure I included the kiddos in this one. And hopefully if you choose to download this lot, you can, you know, take some pictures and maybe tag me in them or anything. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. All of those are listed down below as always, but just let me know if you use this lot. I think that you will enjoy it. And like I said, this doesn't have to be a church. You can make it to whatever you want to make it into. I just think that the space works well with community. So yeah, let me know what you do with it. Here I am just adding in a couple of things. I think I'm about to add in some wall decoration here in like our little Sunday school space. Just some posters and some kid drawings, just to make it feel like, you know, kids are actually here, you know what I mean? And I really wanted to use that swing set in Seasons. I've been seeing it all the time in the catalog, and I was just scrolling by, but I felt like this lot was perfect to actually utilize the swing set. And I do throw the toddler swing out there, the toddler slide out there. I wish there was like a detached slide that anyone can use, like kids or adults, or ooh, it would be nice if we got a slide like where you're like a big slide where like your adults I was about to say adult swim, oh gosh, your adult sim can get on and slide down, but like your toddler is on their lap. Like, that would be so cute. Like, let me know if you agree. But yeah, I'm just tying up some loose ends, just making everything look nice, cohesive, and finished off. And you know, I just really enjoy this build. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and be sure to click that bell so you can get post notifications from me and you never miss an upload. Be sure to follow me on my social medias, which are always linked down in the description bar below, and just let me know what you want to see next. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye guys.